Welcome everybody to Cleveland, Ohio for Sticky Bleachers coverage of Game 6 of the NBA Finals between the Golden State Warriors and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
With Bob, I am Corey, and our beautiful Veronica singing the national anthem here tonight. Carson Daly, our social media expert. Jimmy Stoops, our graphics designer and tech director. And who else is down there in the truck? We will find out later. We're here for Game 6. Let's take a look at the highlights from Game 5. Earlier on, Thompson, nice poke away and a run. Love putting his name on the game with the Love going back. Bogut getting tall like he did in Game 4, not quite as many times as he did earlier. Here we have Love again going back, making sure that Cavs stay in this game. Irving with a nice lay in there after the poke away. On the feed in, we have Thompson running up. Big shot was not going to be enough in the fourth quarter. The Cavs do take this game 48-39 back in Oakland, which brings us here with Cleveland at home playing for the series victory, Bob.
Yeah, you got to wonder about both teams and how much they have left in the tank. And you got to like how the Cavaliers finished up that game last night. So we'll see what happens here.
Warriors had a red-hot second quarter, but then after halftime, it was all Cleveland. They made up the deficit in the third quarter and built a nice lead for themselves in the fourth quarter.
Tremendous free throw shooting. Love has had the hottest hand here for the Cavs.
Both Love and Curry having big free throw moments there in the waning seconds of that game to keep the game out of reach from the Warriors. Cleveland wearing their controversial maize-colored uniforms again here. Let's see if that can confuse the Golden State Warriors as we go for the tip-off with what might be the final game in our 2015 simulated NBA series.
And the Warriors get the ball to start off the game.
Bogut working his way in, lots of traffic in there, and the Cavs do foul. Surprised that they got out of there with a defensive foul and not a poke away. Lots of traffic there in the lane. Warriors really trying to force the issue early.
Yeah, and again, I think it's important for Curry to get involved early. He didn't get started until late in the second quarter into the second half of last night's game.
Yes, Bogut a little bit timid there.
Yeah, it seems like they're playing timid. Not really going there and being the aggressor. And that was a huge block there by Love, but they get the rebound.
Yes, Bogut not as bold as he was. He had a nice look at the basket where we should have seen one of his characteristic trademark dunks on the road, but he pulled it up, and not a very good possession there from the Warriors. They had the ball for almost a minute of this quarter, weren't able to make points out of it.
I don't want to say they're scared of the basket, but it looks like they're a little scared of the basket.
Yeah, so speaking of scared of the basket, Irving had some nice wide open looks, and he inexplicably was spinning around out there beyond the arc and does get it poked away.
Well, I definitely think both these teams are tired of taking sloppy shots, and no one's really trying to be the aggressor here.
Yes, I wonder if we will have a turnover-heavy, defensive-focused game here. Which team do you think that favors if that is the case?
Well, I think that favors the Warriors there because of their fast break offense, but the Cavs want to slow the game down. The Warriors want to speed the game up.
It's going to be Irving shooting three.
That was what was impressive by the Cavs last night. They played the Warriors game, and they beat them at it.
Right you are. They
Irving
kept
there.
the speed up there in the second half. They matched speed for speed, and the Warriors could not handle it. But so far, that hasn't been the case in this game. We'll see what kind of adjustments both teams make.
The Cavs continue their good free throw shooting there. Irving 3 for 3.
I feel like neither team is playing how the coaches drew it up in the locker room before the game. What do you think?
I think that's absolutely the case. If that's how they drew it up, I mean, this is interesting tactic here for Game 6 of the NBA Finals.
I don't think any coach would ever say, let's turn the ball over a lot, guys, and see what happens. Just
Catch
trust
them
me
off
on
guard.
this. Yeah, they won't
Let's
expect
just give
it.
them
They
the
won't see
ball.
it coming.
Well, if that's what either coach thought, it's working.
It's working
Confusing
for someone.
everybody.
I'm not sure who it's working for, but Irving
Nope.
with a nice dunk trying to energize the crowd here a little bit, which it does.
Yeah, definitely no clear advantage for anybody here right now. But Curry responds with a nice pull-up J there.
Yeah, tight game, low-scoring first quarter here. 1:13 to go in the first, and not nearly the pace that we've seen in the previous two games. Love backing up.
Well, looked like he was going there for the love. See, it's a really important part that someone follows him. If no one follows him, Love doesn't. And Curry there dancing around. Oh, he turns the ball over to LeBron. LeBron's got to finish. Oh.
Irving gets his own rebound, trying to love himself, and gets it to fall.
I saw Kevin Love earlier in the game, or before the game, showing Kyrie how to do that. Looks like he's a quick learner.
Yeah, well, that certainly paid off there. 3 quick points for the Cavs
backboard.
in a game where points might be at a premium.
They got the double team on Irving there. He just skirts around that.
Yeah. Maybe a little bit of zone here.
There you go, LeBron with the mid-range J.
Yes, Cavs trying to build a lead here early in the first quarter.
Oh.
Completely undefensible
Wow.
knockout of bounds there in a critical moment here, playing for their tournament lives.
Every Cavalier was at the other end of the court. And they still turned the ball over.
Yes, well, like they say, you can pass it to one player, you can't pass it to two players.
That is true. That is true.
Spider McKenzie used to say that. Old NBA All-Star in the early days of the game.
And Irving looks like he's going to hold on for the last shot and airballs it.
Yes. Wow.
Wow.
What a change a day can bring to us. 10-6 here, Cleveland, but it looked like it should be about 3-2 here after watching that first quarter. What did you think?
Looked more like a hockey match than a basketball match, but again, we have a fairly similar outcome after the first quarter. Cavs 10, Warriors 6. No three-pointers for the Warriors again. I don't agree with that tactic, let's say.
Yes, I hope at least one of these teams can find their rhythm and make this game just exciting or at least engaging here, not just for this home crowd, but for the nation watching at home.
That was a nice pass by Irving, and LeBron pushed the shot a little bit.
Yeah, just short. We have a poke away. LeBron. Oh, LeBron had an open lane all the way to the basket, but he pulls up. He does get fouled.
It's the second time LeBron's done that. I understand he wants to incorporate others in the offense, but sometimes he's just got to take over.
Yeah, strange to see the hesitation there.
There's a three by Curry, but off the back of the rim, and Love with the rebound into Irving. Irving setting up the offense.
Yes. Hearing back from our office in New York, Mike Pereira popping over to say hello to us from the NBA office in New York. That was a charge on LeBron, I think is what they charged that to. And then, of course, we have the 3-second violation here to give the ball back to the Warriors. Thanks, Mike Pereira, for chiming in.
Well, I tell you what, that's a lot of turnovers in the first 2 quarters of basketball for the Warriors. And the Cavs really haven't responded or capitalized as much as they could have.
Absolutely agree. Mike Carey also is working with Mike Pereira down there. So we have the two Mikes, both ex-NFL referees, inexplicably working for the NBA and reporting in to us as they report from New York and call the fouls. Mike Carey emphatically saying, he came into my ear and he said, charging, number 23, offense.
Yeah, he never turns off the microphone. So even in a one-on-one conversation, he can be quite loud.
Yes.
Nice pass inside to Bogut. Cavs with the defensive foul there.
Yes, beautiful. Meanwhile, we have a basketball game going on down here. So, Mike Carey, I'm going to have to ask you to get out of my ear for the time being so we can call this game.
I believe is Chris Caliendo with the officiating crew tonight as well, doing his Madden impression.
Yes, well, Caliendo is actually doing an impression of referees, and he's trying to call the game.
Gotcha.
Not doing a very good job.
No, sadly, we have him on mute right now. So.
Yes, I don't think that's sadly. I think that's happily we have him on mute.
It does look
LeBron,
like he's having fun, though.
Trying to make something happen. A lot of movement there from the teams, but defense just stifling on both ends of the court. Offense is not clicking, and defense is able to shut down what little each team's offense can bring up here in Game 6. Under a minute to go.
I don't know why Curry didn't take that three there. He had a wide open look, and then you just score quickly.
Yes, Green does make it a three-point game here. It's under a minute left before halftime. And I think both of the teams are probably going to be happy if they can just get to the halftime break. But a beautiful three extends the lead by the Cavs.
Well, at this rate, we're going to have a 30-20 game, so hopefully we get some more offense here in the last 40 seconds of the second quarter.
Yes, crowd not happy about that last one. I think they wanted the charging call. Frank Caliendo not making the call from New York. Mike Carey telling me Frank Caliendo was eating, I think, a big bowl of relish as that play unfolded. Irving making sure that nobody misses it. Caliendo, Mike Carey, or otherwise.
the easiest way. You can just put it in the basket yourself.
Absolutely.
Irving with the double team.
Yes, especially when the defense is all the way at the other end of the court.
Absolutely. Oh, it looked like Love was going for the love there, but he decided to bring it in. And
Yeah, that's very
promptly
strange.
turns the ball over.
Not what I would do if I was Love. I'd go for what was hot, what was working. And that brings us to halftime with the missed shot. Ends with a thud, just like the first quarter did. 18-12 Cleveland here. What are you saying if you are these coaches in the locker room today?
Well, if I'm the Cavs, you just keep playing the game you're playing, because right now the Warriors just aren't doing anything offensively. They're simply giving the ball up a lot, and they're not scoring points on the turnovers. So the advantage has to go to the Cavs right now, and Golden State has to do a 180 and turn the game plan around.
Yes, I'd like to see Love get a little bit more involved in his signature play. I'd like to see a little bit more of the Love here in the second half.
Right.
Ill-advised Love going into the lane when he's been so hot from the corner there. Let's take a look at our trivia question. Which Golden State Warrior was unanimously selected by the league's head coaches to the 1990 NBA All-Rookie First Team? NBA All-Rookie First Team in 1990. So let's think about that. Golden State 1990.
It was a great year, 1990.
Yeah, 1990 was beautiful. It was just a pure time.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Guns
Things
N'
were
Roses
so good
huge.
in Oakland.
Oh, yeah, the A's were rolling. Golden State was doing their thing. Ish.
Ish. Yes, I would say ish. Now, Love again was in the paint. Get out of the paint, Love. He's been shooting like a rocket from the three-point line. I'm sorry. I think I may have had a little bit too much Mad Dog with the boys out there under the bridge last night, Carson Daly and the crew.
As they say in Oakland, though, there's never too much Mad Dog.
That is a classic Oakland saying. Heard that from the mayor last night.
Yeah, that was a nice pass by Bogut into Curry there for the lay-in. And again, Irving's trying to slow the game down here.
Yes, as you absolutely should.
Oh, and that's turnover there. He's got to get back on defense. Curry's looking like he's going to just, wow, pulls up there, but banks it in.
Yeah, strange to see going to the bank shot tonight.
He might be a little wary of trying to slam it. You know, you don't want to look like a fool.
That's right. He has seen several of his teammates and Cleveland's getting bonked on the rim.
It's easier just to make sure it goes in. LeBron off the backboard, off the rim, back to a Warrior.
Yes, no, I agree with what you say about Cleveland wanting to slow this game down and not wanting to let the Warriors use their fast break offense and score quickly. I think the Cleveland Cavaliers would simply be happy to just grind out possession after possession, kill that clock, and call this a series.
Oh, that was a nice move there by Mozgov. And get the goaltending there. I don't know why Mozgov doesn't bring it up the court. I think he's a prototypical point guard.
Yeah, but he certainly has not been handling the ball much in this series. I wonder if he's maybe in the doghouse with the coach. Nice lay-in there. Was that Green or Barnes?
I believe that was Barnes.
Hard to tell from our angle up here on the catwalk.
We'll go down to Carson Daly for the replay. And looks like James is getting in there.
It's again inexplicably holding on to the ball in the double team, as both teams have been wont to do in this series. When you have two defenders on you, that means one of your teammates is open, and I'm surprised not to see these teams take advantage of that.
Looked like LeBron had a couple good looks down there too, but just couldn't pull the trigger. Barnes with the ball, just kind of standing there.
Yes, Barnes slowing things down. I think Cleveland would give them that every possession if they would take it.
Yeah, as you could tell, the Cavs didn't really have a problem with that at all, but quick turnover by the Cavs, and Warriors tie this game up with 40 seconds to go.
Yes, and just like that, Warriors back in this game. So adjustments being made, Warriors able to score quickly. Cavs cooled down a little bit on their shooting. They were red hot in the first half, but now they're starting to miss a little bit. Warriors getting the rebounds, and we're able to get back into this game.
Kind of similar to last night, just with the teams reversed. So we'll see if Golden State can pull it out here at the end. But that's a huge three by Curry. Or, I'm sorry, by Irving. Curry bringing it up the court.
Yes, Curry sounds a lot like Kyrie.
Mm-hmm.
No problem there. Bogut pushing and trying to bully his way to the rim. Gets fouled on the attempt.
Bogut here. Drains the first one.
Yeah, so Bogut trying to get a little bit flashy there. He does take the foul and does make both free throws. Very good on you, Bogut. Normally a 52% free throw shooter, so good to see him make both of those. 4 seconds left to go here in this third quarter. LeBron holding on for the last shot and does make it.
So we'll see if they can get it off here with 0.7 seconds left. They do, and no good.
Not going to happen. But much tighter game here and a much better played third quarter than either of those first two. So these players have woken up. They've drunk their Michael Secret stuff. They've heard from their coaches. They've done whatever they needed to do to get this game moving again.
Absolutely. And Warriors over 3 from behind the arc. Cavs 4 for 6. That's probably the tail of the tape right there.
Yes.
3 for 3
Let's take a
again.
look at that trivia question. Golden State Warrior unanimously selected by the head coaches to the 1990 NBA All-Rookie First Team. Let's take a look. It was Tim Hardaway. Shared this honor with David Robinson of San Antonio.
Gotcha.
So we have Tim Hardaway for Golden State and David Robinson of San Antonio.
It's a wonderful career for both of those players.
Yes, Tim Hardaway, of course, known as Nickel Hardaway.
And Bogut here. Passing in. Oh, defensive foul by the Cavs. Sending Curry to the line. Curry from Akron, Ohio. I wonder if Curry has any mixed emotions about beating a Cleveland team.
Yeah, especially with LeBron.
Exactly.
His hometown neighbor.
Yeah, they were born at the same hospital. Oddly enough.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
2 young players, 2 young superstars.
Oh,
Both fighting it out here on
but
this game 6. And just as we've seen before, it's getting physical in the fourth quarter. It's like some switch gets pulled as that horn goes off to start the fourth quarter. LeBron with the big dunk slows down time to show the home crowd that they are in it to win it here in Cleveland.
It's a huge advantage to slow down time, especially for the Cavs right now. So every second counts. And if you could take a good 5 seconds to make a slam, that's good.
Yes, Thompson with a wide open look at 3 and air mails it all the way.
I believe you and I could do that as well, so.
Yes, I could airmail a 3, a wide open 3, certainly.
Yeah, all day long.
I could airmail that from here.
Love looking. He's going way downtown and ran out of bounds. Looks like he was going for the love there, but just couldn't turn around and get the shot off.
Yeah, it's hard to do that with 2 defenders in your face. He can do it with 1, but I think he maybe bit off more than he could chew there, trying it with 2 defenders pushing hard as he got towards that out-of-bounds line.
Again, I wonder why Mozgov's not bringing the ball up the court. Setting
Yes.
Irving up on a pick and roll.
Mozgov, a ghost here, but he does get the ball in his hands out
There
past
we
the
go.
three-point line. Now Mozgov's inside. He had a nice look. Does not make an attempt at the rebound. Mozgov having spent shoes tonight, and really this whole series, not been very mobile, not going after those contested balls.
There's a nice steal there and a nice putback there by Love. Looks like Curry's taking the 3 there.
So that gives the Warriors the slight lead here in the fourth quarter. On the road, can they hold it here for the last minute and 3?
Irving responds with a huge 3. Again, this type of pace plays into the Warriors' hand here.
But not if they're airballing their 3s. It is going to be a tall task. And now that we're getting into fouling time, let's see if Cleveland can free throw their way to a series victory here in the last minute of this ball game.
Well, the pressure in the arena is palpable. You can tell the fans want it. So let's see how the players respond.
Yes, the fans aren't even able to quiet down for Irving's three free throws, but he does make all 3, even with the crowd unable to silence itself in their excitement. They want a championship. They want it to happen tonight.
That was a clutch free throw series there by Irving. And the Warriors, or the Cavaliers, with a defensive foul there. Warriors to inbound the pass. Barnes into Thompson. Thompson, he's got to be careful of that out of bounds. They've been doing that all game.
And he does get pushed out. So rather than take the foul, he does get pushed out there. had a nice look under the basket again. Like to see him go up for that, especially in a tight game like this where they need to catch up. 32 seconds left to go.
Steve Kerr is red hot down there. I think he was waving his jacket above his head.
Well, anything you can do to light fire under your players, short of getting yourself a technical.
Wow. Thompson cannot buy a bucket throughout all of this game.
Yeah, 20 seconds left here. Cavs just have to get it in bounds and wear out this clock. Strange to see them not fouling here, letting Irving just have his way up and down the court. They do get the poke away.
Yeah. It is interesting. Maybe with the Cavs and their great free throw shooting, the Warriors are a little timid to foul them. But at this point...
Love's going back to try to do one more. Love. He does get fouled on the attempt. I think that was just for the hometown fans. What do you think, Bob?
That was, but that was a nice back and forth there, and surprised Love didn't drain that.
Yeah, that was going to be a nice treat here to finish out the series, as it looks like Cleveland will do. Love just shooting these free throws just for style points, and look at this. He's 2 for 2 with one more to come.
I'd miss it on purpose here and see if you can get another.
Ooh, yes, 1 second left. No, he decides to go classy.
Yep. Don't want to rub it in their face. Congratulations to Cleveland on their first victory in 4 decades. How many decades?
It's been a long time. Good to see LeBron and Irving bring it home for the hometown fans here. Not much help from Mozgov in this series, but the rest of the team contributing in their own unique way, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. I think it was a team victory for the Cavs. Irving had a great series. Love had a great series. LeBron wasn't LeBron, but he got the job done. And the Warriors, they were a streaky team in this series, uncharacteristic from the rest of their season.
Yes, I absolutely agree. The Warriors, when they were on, they were really doing well. They were shooting 3 points. They were getting those. They had a nice fast break offense. They were taking advantage of their speed. But when they weren't getting that fast break offense clicking, they were really having a hard time keeping up with the very fundamentally sound Cleveland Cavaliers in this series. Who would be your player of the series, Bob?
Well, I think you got to go with Kyrie Irving. I mean, he was leading the offense throughout all the games and was definitely clutch there towards the end with those three free throws.
I absolutely agree. Irving would be the one to go with. Love maybe an honorable mention for style points. On the Warriors side, do you feel that Curry underperformed a little bit in this series overall?
I'd say, but I'd also say that Klay Thompson didn't show up. He's a vital part of this offense, and he just never seemed to get it going. Whereas Curry would get a quarter or two, Thompson never seemed to get it going at all. So,
yes, I absolutely agree with that. I would like to see him then work a little bit better as a team. Curry tried to take a little bit too much onto his shoulders, and it just wasn't quite enough to overcome the Cleveland Cavaliers. So congratulations to them. We see the court is empty here already. The crowd is out here on the Cleveland streets celebrating the victory of the NBA championship in 2015. Signing off for this NBA 2015 series, I am Corey.
I am Bobby. We are Sticky Bleachers. We will see you next time.